Hi friends, welcome to Melissa Loves Orchids. I'm Melissa and I love orchids, and today we have a haul video. So join me for a little fun as I show you what I brought home from the IAS, the International Aroid Show. Hi guys, so I am coming to you from my patio because it is so hot, and sometimes I get tired of seeing the same view, so I want to change it up. If you notice, I try to sit in different places to kind of make it interesting for you guys. So we are coming from the patio where I have a lot of mounts, where I have a lot of phals, where I have novelty phals. I mean, I even have a dendrobium right here. Everything is spilling over into, from the orchid pergola, it is spilling over into the patio. And my husband's like, So when I go to these shows, he's like, but it's not that, you know, you're buying too much. It's that there's no more room. So I really got to think about what I'm going to do, where I'm going to put them, because I got to show you, you used to be able to, you know, they're just hanging everywhere. You used to be able to put a cup of coffee on the table. Not anymore. So it is what it is. Those of us orchid lovers, I was going to say orchid addicts, but that has a negative connotation. Let's say orchid lovers. The orchid lovers, you know, there's always another one that you're going to want. There's always a wish list item that pops up when you least expect it. So you know how it goes. This little haul is small. It is small. I'm controlling myself because there's a lot. The bugs in Miami. It's okay. So there's a lot of shows coming up. So many shows coming up. So I'm going to try my best. I'm not that good. I know Nelson's really good at putting all the flyers at the end. I'm going to try my best. I always try to rush and just get my video out and move on to the next one and put out different things for you guys. So first of all, I want to say thank you for super thanks. Maria is like, I love Maria. She's so generous, and that's something that you don't have to do, but it's like so helpful. So I want to thank Maria again, and anybody else that's done our super thanks, thank you so much. Every little bit is like, it helps. Okay, I mean, when you have so many subscribers, if everyone did a little, oh my gosh, then I mean, I wouldn't quit my day job because I love the kids, but then I could go to orchid shows, more orchid shows. But anyways, so the International Aroid Show. So just a couple of words before I show you my haul. You probably saw the video, and you probably noticed yourself, if you're like an orchid person, it was a different crowd. The vibe was different, maybe a little more energetic, maybe a little bit more. I found them very welcoming, even though I came in and it was like they had YouTubers that are just planty YouTubers, not, you know, the typical orchid people like me and Nelson. Nelson was there on Saturday. I was there on Sunday. Like Roxy was there. I don't think Blanca went. Who else? Well, from Miami, there was not that many, I guess, from the orchid crew that went. But it was different because they had plenty YouTubers and people that I didn't know that knew each other. So I felt like I was like in a completely different place. I wanted to walk in and be like, oh, it's Timmy Emmy, yay! But it was different. It was completely different. I liked it, but I did feel a little bit out of my element. Like when I walked in, I walked to the right. I was like, oh my gosh, I walked to the left, and I did a U-turn, and I went back, and I was completely lost. And I wished secretly that they could have put just the orchids on one side, so it would have been easier, because there were some vendors that are friends of mine that I didn't even get to see because the time went, and I was like, where are they? And I know I got to Judelis, I got to Blooming Paradise, I got to Vicky's, one of my favorites, Roxy, of course. I ended up walking and doing some shopping and socializing with Roxy. And I didn't get to see Camila's Garden. That's another favorite of mine. They have all the novelty phals. And I saw them walking, but I didn't get to the booth. I don't understand. I thought I walked around the whole thing. So any of my friend vendors that I didn't pass by and you know, didn't shop from and didn't interact with you, my apologies. I really thought by the end, I was like, okay, I've been to everywhere and back, and I really didn't. I saw orchids, but I'm not that familiar with them. But I did bump into orchids, and I don't know. You saw the video. Let me show you what I got. So, one of the first things I got was a dendrobium. And usually, you guys are all thinking, what? She's not a den lover. But something about this flower that was a little different than all the dendrobiums I have really stuck out to me. Look how pretty. And it's a pretty big plant, and it was a pretty affordable price. I think this is, I think it was from Judelis, and it says 45, but that wasn't the sticker for that. And I think they were like 20 or 25, I can't remember exactly. And I know some of you, you know, they always ask prices and stuff like that. But remember, sometimes it's different depending on the shows. I'm still going to tell you if I remember, but it's different depending on the shows, depending on, I guess, how many they have, depending on, I don't know. Okay, so just because maybe I say 20 and you go to their place and it's 30 or whatever, who knows? So don't take that as the end all. So look how big this is. This was pretty big. And yes, I'm dying to repot this. I am dying to repot this. I'm gonna chill, and I'm gonna wait a little bit so that I can give this one some time to acclimate. I'm gonna clean these leaves. But look, she has a second spike ready to go. So maybe not ready, but look at those little flowers. They're like curled at the end, and they're different from the ones that I have. So I fell for it. No tag. This is a no ID. But still, sometimes you gotta grab those because they strike your eye. You like them, and it, you know, it's not always about the ID, right, guys? Sometimes it's just whatever catches your attention. So that's number one from Judelis. So thank you guys, Judelis. You guys are always awesome, bringing cool things. Next up, let's see, what do I do next? I'm gonna leave the showstopper to the end, but this is actually a non-plant thing. So if you think this is familiar, I bought this same one, I believe, at Tamiami. This is Aaron Apsley Botanicals. So I'm gonna zoom in on the information. Hopefully you can see it. He has an Instagram, he has a website. So not only does he have stationery, he had little notepads, little cards. He has stickers, really cute ones. Last time I bought a bunch of stickers at the Redlands. And so a calendar. Who doesn't need a calendar? These are not just digital art from a computer. This is hand-drawn, watercolored, you know, from his collection. So this is an artist that is creating beautiful art, putting them together, and everybody needs a calendar. I mean, I know you can use your phone, but it's not as nice as looking at this. So this was $20. Thank you, Aaron. And I remember I bought mine last year, and I loved it. I loved looking at it. And this is my new calendar. I love it. I don't know if I'm going to keep it at home or at school. Not sure. So that is that. Next up is, let's see. Let's do the combo. This combo, if you can see, this is one of Roxy's Orchid bee mounts. So on this beautiful mustard colored mount made from, I think they're materials that are eco-friendly. I think she made a corn something. I can't remember exactly. Sorry, Roxy. But if you go on her website, Orchids 365, you can get all her info and see exactly how she makes these. But the plants, the orchids, love this material, whatever it may be. She's very eco-friendly and really thinks about, look at it from behind, really thinks about, you know, the spacing, the shapes, everything. I know I even bought a mount from her that has an indent in the middle so the plant fits in there. I mean, who thinks of all of it? And then what I also know about her is that if it's not perfection, if there's one little, I don't know, imperfection, she won't sell it. She only makes sure that everything is perfect. And that says a lot. That's a really crazy good work ethic that you don't find a lot. So that's why sometimes when you buy from a small business, it's like, you know, you get a really good quality product. So visit Orchids 365 and check out those new mounds. Look how pretty. So this is good to add. Not only do the plants love it, but it adds a little color when your plant is not in bloom. So that's the mount. And you probably saw in the video, she was helping me mount my new orchid. So the orchid on it is the other purchase, and it is from Plant Madness. I will show you their tag so you can go and visit and shop. Plant Madness. You probably saw him in the video. It was a really tall guy that had like, what was it on the video? A bat. He had a bat on his very bright orange hat. So it was very interesting. So let's see. This is called, and he has a lot of other plants besides orchids. So if you're looking to, you know, like I have here a monstera on his little tag. So if you like those kinds of plants, go visit. This is a BC Gulf Shores Beauty Torino. Okay, if you want to read it for yourself, if you want a screenshot, there you have it. And these were really economical. I think they were like $15. But you think this is a seedling, but it's not. This is actual blooming size. He had some samples there, blooming size. So it was pretty amazing how little they were, and blooming size. And I thought that is perfect for this cute little mount. Let me know what you think. The flower, I'm gonna see if I can find it and put it in there so you can see what this flower is gonna look like. But it caught my eye because it had pink and green, and of course it has that brassavola mix that grows here like a weed. So I was like, for sure, I'll take one of those. Perfect for a Roxy mount. So next up we have, let's see, which is, I'm gonna leave the showstopper till the end because this next one is not in bloom, it's in bud. So I am gonna have to get back to you with these beautiful white buds. This is from none other than Emerald City Greens. Emerald City Orchids. Greens. I'm thinking of salad. I don't know what I'm thinking. So this is called Den, and this is a species, and I'm going to take very good care of it because usually the dendrobiums that I have are the hybrids that are so hardy that you can't kill them if you want to. But this is a species, so I'm going to be very, very careful. This is called Den Sanduray variety Lusonicum crossed with sibling. So is it a species? It's a primary hybrid, I guess, but it's crossed with sibling. I don't know. I should have looked this up. Sorry, guys. This is the tag, and the QF reminds me of where I have gotten paths before, Quintal Farms, I think, which is from Hawaii, I believe. So let me show you. Look how bushy this plant is. Bushy and just like, it looks so beautiful. There was another one I had my eye on. Maybe that was the species. I'm not sure. I had another one that I had my eye on that the flower was more yellow. And then they said it's deciduous, it's gonna have no leaves soon. And I was like, no, I'll get this one. So this one is a beautiful white flower. I'm gonna try to Google and see if I can put a picture in the inset so you can see what it's gonna look like. But I saw another one that was in bloom, and it's just a beautiful, it's almost like an angrecum looking flower. You know, one of those weird pointy ones, not weird, you know what I mean? Different than the normal den phals that we all have. So yeah, that is my den, and it's in white and it's in bud, and I'm really happy with it. And I'll give you a little tip, a little trick if you go to these shows. So if you go on Saturday, great, you'll probably have more selection than the people that go on Sunday. So I've gone on Friday, I've gone on Saturday, I've gone on Sunday, I've gone on Friday and Sunday, and that's the best, Friday and Sunday. Friday, so you can get everything that's on your wish list, things that everybody might want before they're sold out. And Sunday, because you can get the deals. These people that are traveling to go to these shows, they don't want to take everything home back with them, so they're going to do a little sale at the end. So I got this one for 20% off. And I was very happy about that. I went early, I saw it, and they were very kind to say, you know, well, I kind of knew it anyway. At the end, when you go at the end, like maybe an hour before they close, then they start slashing prices and then deals. There were some tables that had 50% off. There was a Nepenthes plant. It's like the pitcher plant, and a lot of people that I know have this plant, and they had it from $50 to from $40 to $20. I was very close, but I said, you know what, I have to stick to right now what I can do. And right now the orchids, I'm going to stick to. Could you imagine if I started a whole new? I can't. I'm not ready for that yet. So I stuck to only orchids, and yeah, but they had crazy deals. Another thing about this show was they had tattoos going on. I was filming, and then I bumped into some, it looked like massage tables, and someone getting their tattoo. I was like, okay, that's new. That doesn't happen in orchid shows. I also saw these crystals being sold, and people explaining the energies of the crystals and all that. That's also new. And what else? These very elaborate, I can't even call it a booth, these kiosks that were so elaborate. There was one with a red carpet, and I'm thinking about whether I want to include that in the video, because some of you are going to have a good laugh. I was like walking the red carpet between the monsteras and the Aroids, and just, you know, feeling all planty vibes, and it was super fun. So there's a lot of there's a younger crowd versus, you know, the crowd that is the traditional orchid crowd. So, but I can get into it. It was super fun. I liked it. I enjoyed it, and you guys should go next time. It's a spectacular show. I can imagine if you're an orchid / plant person, you should be a millionaire, because some of the plants, some of the it was just like a leaf. I bumped into one that I really liked, and I made such an embarrassing rookie mistake. I told the girl, I said, how much is this? I love it. It was like a pink princess, but then it had, instead of that deep fuchsia pink, it had like a very light baby pink and white. And I was like, wow, this is so pretty. And she goes, $350. And I go, oh, $350. And it was a little tiny thing. So I go, oh, I may take 2 or 3 of those. And she's like, oh, wow. Like, she was really, I could tell, I read her vibe that she was very impressed that I quickly just said, oh, I'll take 2 or 3. And then I was thinking to myself, wait a minute. I know that these can be very expensive. Is she thinking $350? Yes, she was. The little tiny plant with 2 little tiny leaves, $350. So I quickly said, I'll think about it, thank you very much. I was so embarrassed, because you could tell that she realized quickly that I had a mistake on the price. And I quickly showed her with the, all the colors that were flashing on my face. I was like, oops. So anyways, yeah, there were a lot of expensive things that I had never seen. Of course, I bumped into the Thai constellation, and I was like, maybe one day I'll get one of these. But there was a big one for like $400, and then a small one for like $39, which I thought, wow. I remember the first year that I saw Thai constellations, I saw one for $1,500. But anyways, point of the story, I saw a lot of expensive plants that I knew nothing about. It was very eye-opening, and a lot of interesting vendors as well. So I really like my dendrobium from Emerald City Orchids. Thank you very much. And they're in Washington State. And if you see the video, you could see all their information, the kind people that were working there, and they took a second to stop and talk to me. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I will also show you when she blooms. And last but not least, we have the showstopper. Wow, all the birds have decided that that's good luck, I think. So this one came from Blooming Paradise. So I think I quickly covered Blooming Paradise in a fair. Oh my gosh, guys, they're drinking from the pool. Oh my goodness. Guys, that's chlorine. Yeah, you might not want to drink that water. They don't care. They're so pretty though. I know they're like, uh-oh, what is she gonna do? I'm not doing anything. You can have fun in the pool. They come around all the time. But anyways, Blooming Paradise. I saw them once at the Fairchild's, some kind of, not the big show, but the intermediate show that they had in between, not that many vendors. And I met this very nice lady. Of course, I can't remember her name, but I did promise her I was going to do a nursery visit. I was going to go check out her nursery, but this stood out to me. I think the price was either $35 or $45, and it was just opening up. And this is the perfect timing. I can show you this magnificent bloom. Look at how pretty. Only problem, what do you think? She didn't have an ID. That's okay. If anyone can ID this, look at it in the color. Look how pretty. So the labellum is much dark, not much darker, but it's like a darker fuchsia. And there's 3 flowers. There's the other one on the other side. And then look at the underside. The underside, it has yellow. So pretty. I found this striking. So she had a really big one of this in a basket that had that cocoa choir, whatever you call it, just hanging there. Huge, double the amount of flower, you know. It had like 2 of these and 6 flowers, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is absolutely gorgeous. So I almost took it. It was 100 though, and I was like, you know, a lot of shows are coming up. I can get this one for $35 or $45, and I opted towards the more economical one. The flowers are gorgeous. The plant is pretty big and sturdy. So I'm really happy with it. My thing is, I can't wait to clean it up, take it out of here, find a nice home for her. Am I gonna mount her? I mean, she is showing me that she wants to come out. Look at these roots. They want to come out of here. They don't want to be in here in plastic. No. So, and the thing is that now in hindsight, I should have stopped by Opie's. I stopped by Opie's and I had fun. I talked to Amanda and Chris, but I didn't get a mount for this. So I believe I may have a mount that fits her. If not, plenty of shows to come, or maybe even a clay pot now that I have the fans going. So let me know what you like the best. The No ID Big Standard Cat from Blooming Paradise. These are your choices. The Gulf Shores Beauty Torino on the Roxy Mounts, which is kind of hard to vote for her. She's so little and she's not in bloom, but I'll show you a picture and you might think she's spectacular. This No ID Dendrobium from Judelis, and the species, I think it's a species den, might be a species den, from Emerald City Orchids. And it's hard to vote for this one. It's only in bud, but I am gonna find a picture and put a picture in and let you see what it looks like. And I want you all please to leave me a comment. I have to say, I'm very happy that you guys listened and did the like button, because I was noticing not a lot of likes, and I get it. Sometimes I forget too, because I watch a lot on YouTube myself. I want to see what all the other orchid people are doing, and I did notice an increase in the likes, so thank you guys so much. And I did notice, remember when I told you, just if you don't have time for a big comment, put a little heart, put a little emoji, whatever emoji you want. And I did see that, so thank you so much. I did notice, and it is going to help my channel. I really appreciate it. So I'm keeping this one a little shorter. I was going to show you something special. Hold on. Can you believe I left out what I liked the most, which was this one from one of my favorite vendors. This is from Vicky's. It has 6 beautiful blooms. Look at this. And yes, the tag is very small and in there. Yeah, no! Oh no, I dropped her. How awful. Oh my gosh, I'm horrible. She seems okay. Oh my gosh, I'm horrible. Okay, I'm gonna put her somewhere else more secure. Let me show you in the light now that she's off of her little mount. But look at this. She is on, and I say she because look how pretty. Let me see if I can back up a little bit. Yes. So she is on this little circular mount, and it looks like she has it looks like she has pumice. It looks like she has a little bit of moss and crazy roots. I really love the look of this. I'm going to take you out a little further so you can see it without anything blocking or in the background. Oh my goodness, look at these birds. Look at these birds. They are just chilling in my yard. I like nature. Sometimes it's just like, I guess it was windy, the chair. Oh, they noticed me, they're leaving. They're like, uh-oh, we have been watched. They saw us. Anyways, so I'm gonna stick this somewhere in the video, but I don't know the name. The tag, if you can see, buried. All you can make is Cattleya. So it looks like it has Rosavala. Let me turn it carefully this time. So there is the second inflorescence, and it's 4 flowers on each, and I was really impressed. Every now and then you have a vendor that has like a good variety, that every time you go you see something different. That's Vicky for me. Feel free to go and visit her website, and if you're in the area, go visit her nursery and check out what she has. Let me know if you have this one, what her name is. But I have a feeling it's something called Mary Dodson, and it's a cat Brassavola mix cross. Maybe. I'm looking at the shape of the leaves. I'm looking at the shape of the flowers, and I think I've seen it, but I can't remember exactly. So let me know. And now you got to do your voting all over again. Which is your favorite, including this lovely one on a mount that I believe was for $30. Just $30. So go visit Vicky, guys. Okay, so I am back. I had to go inside and get something. I had to get my little agenda, because this is going to be a special shout out to my student. His name is Jacob, and he decided to make some art for me, and it was so sweet. I had him 2 years ago in 2nd grade, and now he's back with me. Now I teach 4th, and he's in my 4th grade class. So he knows me, and he knows that I love orchids. And he did some artwork. This is Jacob's painting of an orchid. And here is another lovely painting. He says he watches the channel, and he saw that I put orchids in the tree, and he did a little tree illustration with the roots, because I'm always talking about roots, and orchids on the tree. It looks so nice. Look at these two. Thank you, Jacob. I love my orchid art. I appreciate it. I'm going to take it back to the classroom and hang it up. And that's just a shout out to my kids in class. So thank you, Jacob, again. And guys, let me close this out by saying thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider that. If you have any people that might be interested in plants, orchids, anything, share the videos. You never know. Like, that's how I started. I started not even liking orchids, and then all of a sudden it's like a bug that bites you. So spread it so we can grow this community, and we can all bounce good vibes off of each other. So what do you think I'm gonna say? I hope you make time for the things you love. Bye. I'll see you next time.